Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karamavahe Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Varadhe Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada. Sada Shiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Ishvaro Guru Ratmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavatyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om. So last week we had taken this Bhavaya Paramatmanam. So I would like to make the tune clear, if all of you are agreeable. Or should we take it in a particular order? Would you want me to go at the beginning and do Mahaganapatim? I thought Mahaganapatim can wait. So I will do Mahaganapatim when I am doing Bhaje Vignarajam. Bhaje Vignarajam, which I have sent today, is also in the same raga as Hamsadvani. So all Ganesha songs, generally they are in this raga, Hamsadvani. But now today, I'll just go through Bhavaye Paramatmanam. The tune I will go through because the song I have already explained. So I'll explain I'll do the tune once so that you get the tune. Maybe I'll repeat each line. Bhavaye Paramatmanam Bhavayaduram Nitaram Bhavaye Paramatmanam Bhavayaduram Nitaram Bhavaye Paramatmanam Bhavayaduram Nitaram Bhavaye Paramatmanam Bhavayaduram Nitaram. Shravana Manana Mukha Prapta Satatvam. Shravana Manana Mukha Prapta Satatvam. Shravana Manana Mukha Prapta Satatvam. Adi Madhyanta Rahitam Paripurnam. Adi Madhyanta Rahitam Paripurnam. Adi Madhyanta Rahitam Paripurnam. Shravana Manana Mukha Prapta Satatva. Adi Madhyanta Rahitam Paripurnam. Bhava Ye Paramatmanam Bhavayaduram Nitaram. Kalpita Sakala भुवनाधारं कल्पितसकल भुवनाधारं सद्गुरु कमलोद्भूतं कल्पितसकल भुवनाधारं सद्गुरु सुमुख कमलोद्भूतं कल्पितसकल भुवनाधारं सद्गुरु सुमुख कमलोद्भूतं जपतप कर्म सुषितया बोध्या जपतप कर्म सुषितया बोध्या जपतप कर्म सुषितया बोध्या जपतप कर्म सुषितया बोध्या बोधं प्रतिबोधं विदितं महान्तं बोधं प्रतिबोधं विदितं महान्तं बोधं प्रतिबोधं विदितं महान्तं बोधं प्रतिबोधं विदितं महान्तं भावये बोधं प्रतिबोधं विदितं महान्तं भावये परमात्मानं भवभयदूरं नितरां कल्पितसकल भुवनाधारं सद्गुरु सुमुख कमलोद्भूतं कल्पितसकल भुवनाधारं सद्गुरु सुमुख कमलोद्भूतं जपतप कर्म सुषितया बोध्या जपतप कर्म सुचितया बोध्या बोधं प्रतिबोधं विदितं महान्तं बोधं प्रतिबोधं विदितं महान्तं असंगमस्वप्नमचिन्त्य रूपं शान्तं शिवं निर्विकल्पं परेशम् असंगमस्वप्नमचिन्त्य रूपं शान्तं शिवं निर्विकल्पं परेशं समं सदा सर्वभूतेषु गूढं सुखं स्वतन्त्रं सुबोधस्वरूपं समं सदा सर्वभूतेषु गूढं सुखं स्वतन्त्रं सुबोधस्वरूपं असंगमस्वप्नमचिन्त्य रूपं शान्तं शिवं निर्विकल्पं परेशं समं सदा सर्वभूतेषु गूढं सुखं स्वतन्त्रं सुबोधं स्वरूपं भावये परमात्मानं भवभयदूरं नितरां भावये परमात्मानं भवभयदूरं नितरां I'll go to Shankaracharyam Bhajema today. At least a little bit of Vedanta also will get in the talk, and then the song tune also I'll be able to communicate the tune, hopefully. It is in Mohanam. Mohana Raga is a very simple Raga, but the way it has been tuned is very complicated. It is one of the most difficult, the singer, the singer, Maharaja Param Santanam did put this tune at the request of Swamiji. Swamiji only told him showed him the tune, Shankaracharyam Bhajema in Mohanam. So Swamiji started simply, but then he made a lot of embellishments to the tune, and he made it quite complex. So I cannot sing so complex notes, but in a simple way, I will try to make you make you follow the tune of the song. Okay, it is in Ragam Mohanam. Shankaracharyam bhajema Adi Shankaracharyam bhajema Shankaracharyam bhajema Adi Shankaracharyam bhajema Shiva Shankara Rupam Arupam Advayanandakaram Yativaram Guruvaram Shankara Charyam bhajema Shiva Shankara Rupam Shiva Shankara Rupam Arupam Arupam Advayanandakaram Advayanandakaram Yativaram Gurvaram Shankara Charyam bhajema Shiva Shankara Rupam Arupam Advayanandakaram Yativaram Guruvaram Shankara Charyam bhajema. I cannot take the words separately because it breaks the tune in between, but doesn't matter. You will get an idea as to how the whole thing is. So Adi Shankaracharyam bhajema. May we worship, may we salute, may we seek the grace of Adi Shankaracharyam. Okay. Shiva Shankara Rupam Shiva Shankara Rupam Arupam Arupam Advayanandakaram Advayanandakaram Yativaram Guruvaram Yativaram Guruvaram Shankara Charyam bhajema Adi Shankara Charyam bhajema Shiva Shankara Rupam Arupam Advayanandakaram Yativaram Guruvaram Shankara Charyam bhajema. We will go to the Anupallavi. I'll teach you first the tune, then we'll go to the meanings. Totakadihrit bhavit charanam Totakadihrit bhavit charanam Viditakhila Shastra Sudha Jaladhim Viditakhila Shastra Sudha Jaladhim Totakadihrit Bhavit Charanam Viditakhila Shastra Sudha Jaladhim Totakadihrit Bhavit Charanam Viditakhila Shastra Sudha Jaladhim Totakadi प्रभावित चरणों विदिताखिल शास्त्र सुधा जलधिं अघटित माया भवपहारो अघटित माया भवपहारो अघटित माया भवपहारो अघटित माया भवपहारो हारं श्रुतिसारं वारं वारं अघटित माया भवपहारो हारं श्रुतिसारं वारं वारं अघटित माया भवपहारं हारं श्रुतिसारं वारं वारं कुशाग्र बुद्धि विशेष विज्ञातम् कुशाग्र बुद्धि विशेष विज्ञातम् ईशकेनादि भाष्य विख्यातम् ईशकेनादि भाष्य विख्यातम् विज्ञात परात्म निज स्वरूपम् विज्ञात परात्म निज स्वरूपम् ज्ञेयं 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 कुशाग्र बुद्धि विशेष विख्यातम् ईशकेनादि भाष्य विख्यातम् विज्ञात परात्म निज स्वरूपं ज्ञेयं ध्येयं ज्ञेयं कुशाग्र बुद्धि विशेष विज्ञातम् ईशकेनादि भाष्य विख्यातम् विज्ञात परात्म निज स्वरूपं ज्ञेयं ध्येयं ज्ञेयं वयं शंकराचार्यं भजेम शिव शंकर रूपम् अरूपम् अद्वयानन्दकरं यतिवरं गुरुवरं शंकराचार्यं भजेम तोटकादिहृद्भावित चरणं तोटकादिहृद्भावित चरणं विदिताखिल शास्त्र सुधा जलधिम् अघटित माया भवपहारो हारं श्रुतिसारं वारं वारं शंकराचार्यं भजेम तोटकादिहृद्भावित चरणं विदिताखिल शास्त्र सुधा जलधिम् अघटित माया भवपहारो अघटित माया भवपहारो हारं श्रुतिसारं वारं वारं कुशाग्र बुद्धि विशेष विज्ञातम् कुशाग्र बुद्धि विशेष विज्ञातम् ईशकेनादि भाष्य विख्यातम् विज्ञात परात्म निज स्वरूपं ज्ञेयं ध्येयं ज्ञेयं कुशाग्र बुद्धि विशेष विज्ञातम् ईशकेनादि भाष्य विख्यातम् विज्ञात परात्म निज स्वरूपं ज्ञेयं ध्येयं ज्ञेयं वयं शंकराचार्यं भजेम आदिशंकराचार्यं भजेम आदिशंकराचार्यं भजेम Shiva Shankara Rupam Arupam Advayanandakaram Yativaram Guruvaram Shankara Shankara Charyam Bhajema. So the song says, may we all worship Shankaracharya, Adi Shankaracharya, the first one, Adi Shankaracharya, Bhajema. May we all seek, may we all devote ourselves to, may we all worship Shankaracharya. And he is what? He was Shankara Rupam, Shiva Shankara Rupam. He is of the nature of auspiciousness and he is of the nature of the Lord Shiva, both. Shankara itself means auspicious, Shiva also is auspicious. So, and then it also means the Lord. So therefore, he is looked upon as an incarnation of Lord Shiva. And so therefore, it says here, may we worship Lord Shankaracharya. We worship the teacher Shankaracharya, who is essentially formless. He is actually Arupam, Shiva Shankara Rupam. He is in the form of, he is actually taken Shiva has taken his form, and so he is actually Shiva only, but then he is referred to here as Arupam. Arupam means formless, because Atma is always formless. So therefore, with reference to the Atma and with reference to the teaching that he brings forth to us, with reference to the clarity that he brings forth for us, is Arupam. Arupam is not an object. Since he is not an object, Atma is not an object, so therefore Arupam. Arupam means formless. Arupam. And then he is Advayanandakaram. Advayam means the teaching tells that what is there is only one truth. Okay? What is there is only one truth, and that truth alone appears as this creation. The truth alone appears in diverse forms, and what is there is only one. What is there is only Advayam. So there is no second. So when there is a second, then what happens? When there is a second, it evokes a sense of insecurity, because there is another person. I have to share with that person, or I have to share more with other persons, like that. Or I have to fear competition from them, or I have to fear being inferior to them, or I have to fear the results of comparison that can happen when there is another. When I am there and another person is there, then there will always be comparison. So therefore, the comparison always is there, because human being is self-conscious, and he is so self-conscious. The self-consciousness of the human being is so predominant that he always compares. So if there is another one, he'll compare. And if he'll compare the other person, then obviously the comparisons can be only with reference to body, mind, and complex. And there will always be differences between body, mind, and complex. Various bodies, various minds, various body, mind complexes, all these various equipments, they always will be different from one. And therefore, there will be something which will be detrimental to your self-image. Self-image is there of human being. That self-image of human being is born because first of all, it is born because we look at ourselves as only the body. Then afterwards, when you look at other people also as the body, then their specialities, their qualities, their attributes of that particular body-mind complex, or those particular body-mind complexes, will always weigh upon my head. I will feel small, I will feel limited, and there will be a sense of smallness ever centered on I, which is the main karanam of all dukkam. So therefore, what everybody would like is Advayananda. Advayam is what everybody would like. Advayam means there is no second. So Atma is one, and one without the second. So therefore, we need to identify ourselves with Atma, and we have to falsify all duality. There is no duality. Duality is only an appearance. Duality is only in the manifestation of the creation. What is the creation? Creation is the upadhi of Ishvara. Okay? Creation is the upadhi of Ishvara. Like your body, mind, and complex, my body and mind complex, and all that, it is my upadhi. It's my upadhi. Upadhi means what? Upadhi means it conditions the consciousness. So therefore the srishti also is the way by which Brahma registers its presence. The srishti is a way by which Ishvara registers his presence. So it is an upadhi for Ishvara. Like we have our own body-mind complex. We can only recognize each other because of our body-mind complex. And so as long as the body-mind complex is there, the body-mind complex limits the self. So therefore, that is called the upadhi. So here, so therefore, that upadhi, what it does, the upadhi makes me small. The upadhi makes me limited. The upadhi makes me insecure also. So therefore, that is why Advayananda is the best thing. So therefore, I need to know about Advayam Atma, because Atma is only one. Body-mind complex may be many, but Atma is only one. And that Atma, when I get totally identified with the Atma, what is there is only I, there is nothing else. Only I is there. Nothing else is there. So Advayanandam, that Advayananda is something which we all want. And this Yati, this Shankaracharya, what he does, he actually gives me this teaching of Advaya Atma, and he makes me Advaya Ananda. He gives me the fullness of Ananda. He gives me the fullness of the Atma that alone is there. That alone is there. So that is what is that. So knowing that Atma is actually, knowing that Atma rids me of all the fears, insecurities, etc. So therefore he's giving me this knowledge, and he's Yativaram. Yativaram means he's the most exalted, most noteworthy amongst all the yatis. Yativaram. Yativaram means the best of one of the best yati, the best sannyasi. Okay, the most exalted or exalted, very exalted, highly exalted among sannyasis. Because there will be others also. There are other teachers also. It is not that Shankaracharya is the only one. Although Shankaracharya brought, he brought the teaching to us, made us live, and then not only that, he made us alive to the teaching. He made us aware of the teaching, and he traveled the whole length and breadth of India, and so he defended the vision of the Shruti through his teaching, through his understanding, and through the way he handled all the oppositions. So therefore, Yativaram, he is Yativaram, and he is Guruvaram. Guruvaram means one of the best of teachers, or the best of teachers, exalted among teachers. He is very exalted among teachers. Okay, and who is he? He is, about him, the stanza Anupallavi tells that he is Totakadi Hrit Bhavita Charanam. Totakadi means Totakacharya, and then there are others also, Hastamalka, Padmapadacharya, and Sureshwadacharya, and so many other disciples like you and me also. So they are all, and so this word Totakadi Hrit Bhavita Charanam means Totakacharya, etc. What they do, they have the image of the feet of Shankaracharya enshrined in their hearts, fixed in their hearts. So they have their commitment to the Guru, and so the Guru's image, the Guru's charana, the Guru's feet are always an imaginary. I mean, it is always there. It's always there. So their mind is always in the Guru. Their heart is always in the Guru. So and this is what every knowledge is only a vritti. So therefore, you have to say that their mind is only in. That's why you have to say their mind is totally committed to the feet of their Guru Shankaracharya. Totakadi Hrit Bhavita Charanam, and Vidita Khila Shastra Sudha Jaladhim. So this also comes in Totakashtakam. It comes in Totakashtakam also, because this particular line was written by Totaka. So what did he do? Totakacharya, he conceived of his Guru as being a person who knows entire Shastra, Akhila Shastram. Akhila Shastra he knows, and Akhila Shastra, and then what? He knows the knowledge of the Akhila Shastra. So he knows the whole knowledge of the Akhila Shastra means he knows the entire nectar, Amrita of the whole Shastra, the teaching of the whole Shastra. That is Sudha. That is Sudha. So therefore he knows Vidita Akhila Shastra Nam Sudha. Okay. So he knew all the entire Shastra Sudha, the teaching, the essence of the teaching he knew. And what is this Sudha? Sudha is of the nature of Jaladhi. Jaladhi means an ocean. Jaladhi means an ocean. So therefore, he is the ocean of the assimilated meaning or assimilated knowledge of the entire Shastra or all the Shastras. Vidita Khila Shastra Sudha Jaladhim. And then who is he? And then these are the lines which Totakacharya started his praise of his guru. Vidita Khila Shastra Sudha Jaladhim. Mahito Panishat Katitha Tanide. That one. Vidita Khila Shastra Sudha Jaladhe. So he is addressing him there. Vidita Khila Shastra Sudha Jaladhe Mahito Panishat Katitha Tanide. Like that. So but here that first line is taken here to describe Shankaracharya. Vidita Khila Shastra Sudha Jaladhim. And who is he? He is the one who has Aghatita Maya Bhava Apaharam. So he is the one who dispels the spell of Maya. So dispels the spell of Maya means what? Maya is something which is not Chintyam, it is some Achintya Shakti. It is some Shakti which makes the impossible happen. Which makes the impossible happen, because Satyam Jnanam Anantam Satchitananda, the truth that can never change. Satchitananda can never change. So Satchitananda, if it can never change, but then how does it become the truth? How does it become this creation, this creation is a changing creation. So from the changeless, how this changing creation can come? From the changeless, nothing can come from the change. But there has to be a cause for this creation. And that cause has to be an existent cause. So it has to be existent cause means it is Satyam Jnanam Anantam. Same is Satyam Jnanam Anantam. Brahma has to be the cause for this creation. There cannot be another cause. So that cause, which is the cause, this is how the cause hunting intellect of ours works. And our Shastra is in keeping with the cause hunting intellect. And so this is what this is what the Shastra teaches us, saying that there is this truth, Sat Vastu is there, and from that Sat Vastu which can never change, this changing creation has come. And if it has come, then it can be only because of a Shakti called Maya. So Maya, therefore, that is why Maya is what? Maya does the impossible. Maya does whatever is not possible, that it makes it happen. Whatever Maya makes happen, that is not there actually. So that is why they have taken one word here, in the translation they have said inconceivable Maya. Inconceivable Maya means you cannot say what is Maya. You cannot say Maya is there. You cannot say Maya is not there, because Maya is not seen by you. We cannot say Maya is not there also, because this creation is there. And the creation is possible because of Maya's presence, where Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma changes into the creation or becomes manifest as the creation. So the whole creation is a manifestation. That means the whole creation is a projection. Like you are a dream. Your dream also is a projection. How did you project your dream? Do you know how you projected it? No. Did your dream ask you, this scene I'm going to present now? Does it ask you? No. We have no control over the dream. It just projected. But what happens when we get up in the morning? The whole dream is collapsed. It is collapsible. Why? Because it is a projection. So if it is a projection, it is collapsible. Like that, this creation also, this Srishti also, this Vyavaharika Srishti, this empirical Srishti also is a creation, is a projection. And the projection happens because of the power of Maya. But it is not your creation or my creation. Dream is your creation and my creation. But this one, dream is your creation and my creation. That means it is Drishti Srishti. Drishti, Srishti. But this Srishti, this creation is what? Srishti, Drishti. It is there, therefore you see it. Dream is different. Dream is you see it, therefore it is there. You see it, therefore it is there. This dream, this waking world is what? It is there, therefore you see it. And I also see it. And everybody sees it. And we see the same thing. Whatever you see, I also see. That means it is not our projection. It has to be the projection of Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, which is the cause of the creation. And Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma can never change. So therefore it needs this power. What is this power? The power is something which is called Maya. Maya is not dependent. Maya is not independent. Maya is not independent. It depends on Brahma for its existence. So therefore the Upanishad says Maya Brahmashraya Maya Asti. Brahmashraya Maya Asti. So Brahmashraya means the something dependent, something resorting, something depending on, or something which takes its existence from Brahma. Such a thing, Maya, is there, and that Maya is able to produce this creation. So therefore, that Maya, Shankaracharya has dispelled by why? How? By this teaching, by giving us enough clarity on the subject matter that Brahma can never change, but still it has changed. That means there must be this Maya. So therefore, Aghatita Maya. Aghatita Maya is something which is not, which makes impossible things happen. Aghatita Maya. And that Aghatita Maya, what it does is causes bhava. It causes bhava. Bhava means sansara. Sansara means what? Sansara means a constant life of becoming. So all of us, we are there in this Maya, and constantly there is a becoming, sense of becoming. Why? Because we have this sense of individuality. Since I have this sense of individuality, my appreciation of myself is small. It is isolated. I feel an isolated entity. So many others are there. Thousands, crores of people are there everywhere, and I am only one. So I am very limited. So this Maya is actually what? The smallness. I'm trying to get over this smallness. I want to accomplish something. I want to accomplish something big and something big and something big. And I try to do that by what? How? By a process of change. We always try to become bigger or better through a process of change. And in that process of change, what happens? In the process of change, the previous state is given up by you and you take another one. That means there again, there is a loss. The previous state is lost and now you have come to a different state. Then again, you change. Again, when you change, what happens? This present state now, which is existing, that goes away and another state comes. So therefore, this process of change, it goes on continuously. And the process of change is never going to make me happy, because at each step of change, at each step called change, I lose something and I gain something. So there is always some gain and there is always some loss. So gain is there, loss is there. Even in the Jagat also, there is no gain without a loss. And that no gain without a loss makes me forever a seeker. Seeker means it makes me forever a seeker, and therefore the seeker, I keep on want to become something. So the seeking makes me a person who lives a life of constant becoming. That constant becoming is called samsara. Okay. So agatita maya bhava apaharam. That bhava, samsara, bhava apaharam. Shankaracharya is the one who dispels it. Apaharam, by the vision that he gives, by the vision of the Shastra that he gives, by the vision of the Shastra that he substantiates. First of all, he explains to us logically. Then he uses Chintanam, Shruti Anukula Chintanam. He uses Yukti, he uses logic, he uses Shruti Anukula Chintanam. And then Yukti means what? What type of Yukti? He uses a Yukti which convinces your intellect. And in that, and in the process of making my intellect convinced, what happens is my intellect itself poses so many questions. There are so many Purvapakshis. There are so many views, who contend. They are contenders. They all, what they do, they have their own philosophy and they contend that their philosophy is right. So Shankaracharya inquires into all those things and dismisses every one of them. So that is how he does that. So Akatita, so therefore he is Bhava Apaharam. Apaharam means he dispels all the fear of samsara. Apaharam, and he is Haram. Haram means he removes everything. Hara is Shiva also, and then Haram is actually the whole teaching. The whole teaching is imagined as a he's the essence. The whole teaching is imagined as an ornament, which is ornament of the entire teaching. Okay, the whole vision he has, the vision of the whole that he has is actually what is the embellishment, is an embellishment. So it's looked upon as an ornament, Agatita Maya, Bhavapaharam, Haram, Shruti-saram is the essence of the entire Shruti. That is where, and then what do? I do bhajema, we do, may we bhajema, may we worship Shankaracharya. Who is he? And how should we do the bhajanam? How should we do the seeking? How should we seek, or how should we meditate or worship on Shankaracharya? For that he says, varam. So, agatita maya, bhava apaharam, haram, shruti-saram, varam. Varam means what? Varam means not weekly. Okay, not weekly. Not every week. Every week, once in a week, you remember Shankaracharya. No, varam means again and again and again and again. Again and again and again, I meditate upon him. I meditate upon his glory. I meditate upon his brilliance. I meditate upon the teaching that he has brought forth for me. Gatitamaya bhavahara apaharam haram shruti-saram varam. Every time, continuously, constantly, I meditate. May we meditate on Lord Shankaracharya. And then he continues. Then the description of Shankaracharya is how Kushagra Buddhi Vishesha Vijnatam. So he is well understood. He is well understood. His teaching, his brilliance is well understood by all those people who have got a sharp intellect. Kushagra Buddhi. Kusha is grass. Grass has got sharp edges. As sharp as the grass edges, like that your buddhi, may you appreciate the brilliance of Shankaracharya. So Kushagra Buddhi Vishesha Vijnata. Actually, the Kushagra Buddhi is the buddhi by which we understand the crux of the teaching, by which we understand the vision. So therefore, and then he is not separate from the vision. He is the teacher who is not separate from you, he is not separate from the vision. So therefore, may you understand him by that. May you understand him by this sharp intellect, by this keen intellect. Kushakra Buddhi Vishesha Vijnatam. This is a Visheshta. Visheshta means it's a speciality of a person who worships Shankaracharya. Everybody doesn't worship Shankaracharya. Everybody doesn't know who is Shankaracharya. Everybody cannot appreciate his brilliance. Only those people who have got exposure to the teaching of the Veda, only those people who have got exposure to the teaching of Vedanta and Shankaracharya's methodology, they are known. In Vedanta itself is what? Vedanta itself is unfolded in different ways. Some people say that Dvaitam is correct. Dvaitam is correct means what? Dvaitam, we already know that Dvaitam is there. It's okay. So we need not study what we already know. Dvaitam we already know. So we need not study whatever we already know. Okay, so therefore Veda cannot be a means of knowledge for anything that is already known. Dvaitam we already see here. You are different, I am different, he is different, she is different, world is different, Ishvara is different, everybody is different. This we know already. So therefore we don't need any special teaching to establish the existence of duality. We don't need. There's another one also, Vishishta Advaitam. Vishishta Advaitam means what? It says Dvaitam, but then it says Vishishtam. How can there be Vishishtam in Advaitam? If you say Advaita, it has to be no Vishishtam at all, no Vishesham. The moment you say Visheshanam is there, some adjectives are there, some attributes are there, then what? Then it disproves your Advaitic teaching. It disproves your vision of non-duality. If you say Vishishta Advaitam, what Vishishtam is there? Vishishtam means some special attributes for this Advaita, Tattvam. No, it cannot be. This only Tattva is only one. it is non-dual, it is one without a second, and it does not have any attribute. So when can you say, when can you distinguish or see attributes? Only when you see another Brahma, you see like this, and then that Brahma is different color or different dimensions or different height or different whatever it is, different in weight, different, then you can see, compare. But such attributes are not there in Brahma at all. So Brahma, which is free from attributes, does not have any attributes. So therefore, Vishishtadvaitam also is not what Shankaracharya tells. So to appreciate what Shankaracharya says, we need a very sharp kind of intellect. We don't dismiss all those things. We only want to know what is right. We want to know, because everything cannot be right. In the knowledge, everything cannot be right. Why? Because knowledge is always vastu tantram. Knowledge is always vastu tantram. Vastu tantram means whatever you know will be in keeping with the object. Whatever you want to know will be always in keeping with the object. You cannot have a choice to know the object as you want. In karma, there is always choice. Karma is Purushatantram, they call it. Purushatantram means it's a very technical thing, but it is good to know. This knowledge, this understanding of Purushatantram will reinforce your understanding with reference to karma and also with reference to knowledge. In knowledge, your knowledge has to be in keeping with whatever is revealed to you. You cannot know it anyhow you like. In karma, you can have choice. If I tell you go to India, then you will fly to India. You will fly to India, or you might take a boat also. You might take a boat and come to India. Then afterward, whatever, then India, then you have to go from India. Having come to India, you have to go to Tirupati. So Tirupati, how you can go? So whichever airport, the nearest airport that you get off, from there you can take a car, or you can take you can choose to walk, or you can take some special other vehicle, some helicopter you can take and go to Tirupati, like that you can. But once having gone there to Tirupati, the only way to have darshan is go through the gate and have his darshan. And he'll be exactly in the Lord there will be in keeping with this swarupa, in keeping with this nature, in keeping with this appearance. So you cannot choose to know him differently. So Tirupati means what? Like this, or like this. So that's how recognize him. So therefore you cannot change any object. 2 plus 2. When you want to know 2 plus 2, you have to know it as 4 only. You cannot know it at 5 and 7, 8 and all that. Any truth, any knowledge, when you want to know, will be in keeping with the object that you want to know. So therefore, if you want to know about Brahma, you have to know Brahma as it is. You cannot have different versions. If there are different versions, then those versions are only belief. They are not knowledge. Okay, so that is why it requires a very special type of intellect to understand and assimilate this teaching. So therefore, Kushagra Buddhi Vishesha Vijnatam. Okay, Kushagra Buddhi, you need a very sharp intellect, and so therefore this is the Vidya. And then how did he do all these things? How do you know about Shankaracharya? So he knows Vikyatam. He is Vikyatam. He is famous because of his Bhashyas. He has written Bhashya. He has written Upanishad Bhashyas. He has written Bhashya, Kena Upanishad Bhashya, Ishavasya Upanishad Bhashya, Kera Upanishad Bhashya, Mundak Upanishad Bhashya, and Taittiriya Upanishad Bhashya, Aitareya Upanishad Bhashya, Prashna Upanishad Bhashya, Brahma Sutra Bhashya. Like that, he has written these bhashyas, commentaries on the vision of the Atma, on the Shruti, commentaries on the Shruti. So therefore, he is Isha Kena. He has written those bhashyas, and he is famous because of them. He is famous, he is well known because of them. He is renowned because of the bhashyas. He is renowned because of his unfoldment of the truth as it is. Ishakena Divashya Vikyatam. And then he is what? He is Vijnata Paratma Nijaswarupam. So Vijnata Paratma Nijaswarupam means he is the one who is he is the one who has recognized himself as Paramatma. So he has this vision. He is the one who has Vijnata Paratma. He has recognized himself as Paratma. Paratma means the infinite Atma, the limitless Atma, the limitless Atma. He has recognized himself, Vijnatam, Vijnata Paratma Nijaswarupam. He has known his own Swarupa as the Swarupa of Paramatma. Okay, he is the known, he has known himself as he has recognized himself as Paramatma, and that such a person, Vijnata Paratma Nijaswarupam, he is one to be Jneyam, he is the one to be known. His Swarupam also is to be known. He is to be known, he is to be known, he is to be meditated upon, Dheyam, because this is a part of Guru Upasana. So when you do Guru Upasana, you can do any type of Upasana, you can do any puja. Any puja is Guru. Any puja is Guru Upasana. Actual Guru Upasana is really sitting in front of sitting near your teacher and assimilating the knowledge. That is actually Upasana. Upa-asana. Asana means sitting. And then when you sit near him means what, you imbibe the teaching. And when you imbibe the teaching, he is imparting the teaching onto you and you assimilate the teaching. That assimilation has to be done. So therefore, Jneyam and Dheyam have to be understood in these terms. Jneyam, Dheyam may be contemplated upon. Jneyam, may you sing about him. May you sing about his glories. So Jneyam. And who would do all that? We would do all that. Vayam. So Vayam we would do. We would by us. He should by us. He is Jneyam. By us he should be known. So he is by us. He is known. So we sing his praises. He is the one who sung through praises by us. Okay. So therefore that is how we assimilate his brilliance. So Shankaracharyam Bhajema. Okay. So that is the crux of this song. So if you want, there's still about 7-8 minutes are there. So maybe I'll go through this whole tune again. Okay. Shankaracharyam Bhajema Adi Shankaracharyam Bhajema Adi Shankaracharyam Bhajema Shiva Shankara Rupam Arupam Advayanandakaram Yativaram Guruvaram Shankara Charyam Bhajema Shiva Shankara Rupam Arupam Advayanandakaram Yativaram Guruvaram Shankara Charyam Bhajema. So if you go up and stop there, no, that gives you a better connection to the slokas. Shankara Charyam Bhajema Totakadihrid Bhavit Charanam Totakadihrid Bhavit Charanam Viditakhila Shastra Sudha Jaladhim 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 Aghatita Maya Bhava Paharo Aghatita Maya Bhava Paharo हारं श्रुतिसारं वारं वारं अघटितमाया भवापहारं हारं श्रुतिसारं वारं वारं कुशाग्रबुद्धिविशेषविज्ञातम् कुशाग्रबुद्धिविशेषविज्ञातम् ईशकेनादिभाष्यविख्यातं विज्ञातपरात्मनिजस्वरूपं ज्ञेयं ध्येयं ज्ञेयं वयं शङ्कराचार्यं भजेम कुशाग्रबुद्धिविशेषविज्ञातम् ईशकेनादिभाष्यविख्यातं विज्ञातपरात्मनिजस्वरूपं ज्ञेयं ध्येयं ज्ञेयं वयं शङ्कराचार्यं भजेम शिव शङ्कररूपम् अरूपम् अद्वयनन्दकरो यतिवरं गुरुवरं शङ्कराचार्यं भजेम. Okay, so we have only 3-4 minutes now. So if you want to ask anything, you can, with reference to whatever we have done, you can ask, unmute yourself and ask, or else then we'll do the prayer and I'll do the next song, Bhaje Vigna Rajam. I'll do it next time. That is simple ragam only. Bhaje Vigna Rajam Vinayakam. I'll introduce that song to you. This one, this Shankaracharya Bhaje was written was composed by Pujya Swamiji in the middle of the first course it wasn't before the course. He did it in Salisbury. He did it in America, say somewhere in the early 80s. He did this, and he composed that, and then he made or Maharajapura Sultan. He visited the US many times, and in one of those visits, they sat down and they composed it in that particular tune, and Swamiji approved of it, and this became, in this tune, it became very famous. So this is one of the more recent songs of Pujya Swamiji, Shankaracharya Bhajame. And then he penned down this Bhaje Vigna Rajam. This I think he did in Anaikatti after the 1990 course started. Bhaje Vigna Rajam Vinayakam. This was in Hamsadvani, Raga Hamsadvani. Bhaje Vigna Rajam Vinayakam Yaje Palachandram Padavakya Prameyam Bhaje Vigna Rajam Vinayakam Yaje Palachandram Padavakya Prameyam Bhaje Vigna Rajam Vinayakam. This is quite like this Mahaganapatim Manasa Smarami. Both the rags are same. Mahaganapatim Manaso Smaromi Bhaje Vigna Rajam Vinayakam Yaje Palachandram Padavakya Prameyam Bhaje Vigna Rajam Vinayakam. Atharva Shirshadi Pratipaditam Atharva Shirshadi Pratipaditam Atharva Shirshadi Pratipaditam Sankatanashano Ganapatim Sada Sankatanashano Ganapatim Sada Sankatanashano Ganapatim Sada Bhaje Vigna Rajam Vinayakam. Vakratunda Mahakayam Ekadantam Gajananam Vakratunda Mahakayam Ekadantam Gajananam Gajavaktram Vikatam Krishna Pingaksham Gajavaktram Vikatam Krishna Pingaksham Dhumravarnam Lambodaram Dhumravarnam Lambodaram Dhumravarnam Lambodaram Bhaje Vignaracham Vinayakam Yaje Palachandram Padamakya Prameyam Bhaje Vignaracham Vinayakam. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavachyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
Hari Om Swamiji.
Hari Om.
Swamiji.
Yes.
Pujya Swamiji used to sing the Shantakara, with one certain tune.
Oh yeah, I know. He used to sing it in Durga. I have to recall that to my memory. And
Swamiji tries. I like to hear that
yeah.
also.
Beautiful raga it was.
Yes.
But it is in Durga raga. Beautiful raga. Wonderful. There is one lady who used to come from Pune.
Yeah.
She used to sing it, and he took it from. He liked it very much, and so he popularized that particular tune, yes. Shantakara composition. Like that, there are so many other songs also which Swamiji used to sing, not his own, but there were other people's compositions like Sadashiva Brahmendra's song, Khelati Mama Hridaye. Then he used to sing Mori Lagi Lagan Guru Charanan ki, Mira's bhajan. Very beautiful bhajan. He used to sing like that many songs. This one Shantakaram is the Vishnu Sasnama Dhyana Sloka.
Yes.
Yeah, beautiful, very good. Good you remembered that. I'll see if I can remember that tune. Okay.
Yeah. It's nice.
Thank you, Swamiji.
Om Namah Shivaya. Thank you.
Hari Om Swamiji.
Hari Om.
Hari Om Swamiji.
Hari Om Tangaveluji. Hari Om.